So with 2 point, it's going to look like an isometric. We have to be careful though. Whenever we do our 2 points, we need them to be horizontal from each other. So use your straight edge. PLTW wants you to draw a line across and put your 2 dots on the line. I don't care whether you do that or if you just use your ruler and make sure that your 2 points are across from each other. It doesn't have to be totally perfect as far as being horizontal. Just be close. Make sure that, one's not up here and the other one's down here someplace. We don't want it to look like Sloth on the Goonies. Maybe none of you have watched the Goonies. Hey, that was an 80s movie. It depends on how into 80s movies you are. I mean, it is a classic, but... Alright, so for this one, you need a vertical line. I would put... Let's see. For this, I guess... it doesn't really matter. Don't put it in the middle. I think I would put it off to the right-hand side a little bit. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. It's just going to matter how your figure comes out as far as looks. Okay, so this one's going to look like an isometric. So the corner is going to be facing you. So for the only lines you get to draw in, the last one was nice because we got to draw in entire faces. This one, the only lines you get to draw in without making it go back to the points are up and down lines. That's it. Everything else has to go back. So if I want to do this dark blue face here, I have to make these lines go back to this point up here. If I want to draw in any of these light blue faces, I have to make the points or the lines go up to this one up here. So let's start with the dark blue face here. So in order to draw that one, I have to make it go up here. Only lines I get to draw in are vertical lines, so I need to decide how long that box is supposed to be and draw in a line. So I want it to sort of look like a square. I think I failed, but it's close. Now, this is my front face, so if I wanted to shade, this would be the front face, so this is the darkly shaded one. Okay, to do my right face, I need to connect lines up here. I should have moved it up a little bit higher. Mine is so slanted because I moved it down so far. But that's okay. It is what it is. Okay, so that's that front face and the right hand face. Now, to draw the top of that box, I can't just draw in lines. Again, the only lines I get to draw in myself are the up and down ones. So in order to do the top of that box, again, I have to connect lines to those dots. Now, this actually makes it for me because those lines cross at a point. So there's the top of my box. It took all that work to make one cube. Yeah, I told you by the time we got done, you guys would see why we don't do 3-point. 3-point, you get to start with a dot. Everything has to come with construction lines. Okay, so now we need to do this face. We get to draw an up and down line. That's it. So the only line I get to draw is this one. That's it. Everything else to make that face, I have to do with lines to the dots. Well, not everything, but most of it. All right. So, I need to make the top of that. And I need the bottom of it. Well, no, I don't. Yeah, I do. Where's the bottom? The bottom's going to go through here. I will also need for this point over here, that line lines up with this line. So to do that, I can use this line right here. Okay, that should be all the lines I need. Because all the rest of the lines on this are vertical lines. Now I just need to draw it in. So, I go over this way 2 blocks. So vertically, that would be 1 block. So that's about 2 blocks. Then I go down. Then I'm supposed to go over 1 more block. Then go down. Make sure wherever you draw up and down, you're actually going straight up and down. And then connect this. Notice, as we get further away from those points, things look more and more elongated. That was not a straight up and down line. I messed that up. That's a straight up and down line. Actually, I think I want to come out here and draw my straight up and down line right there. That'll look better. Because then I can shade over my mistake. Haha, cross it out. So, I don't know about you guys, but I hate doing this. That's exactly what a teacher's supposed to say, right? Learn my course. It sucks. Okay, now we need to get the tops of all those boxes and the right hand sides. In order to do that, that's depth. Depth attaches to the left hand dot. I messed up a little bit because I went too far. I should never go past my dot. I did, but that's alright. We'll make it work. Actually, I don't think I did. I didn't. Haha. It just looks very squishy. Alright, so let me start down here. I'll do the right hand side of my box. I'll go back a certain distance. Go straight up. Oh, look how elongated and terrible that looks. It's awesome. Oh, this one I have to do that, but it looks like it's the same line, so I'll just follow that line. Well, actually, let's see, I'll do that. Okay, I do have to connect these lines over here because I have some width here. So the biggest problem that I ever have when grading these is that people don't draw lines that they need to draw. So I have that. I get to draw an up and down line. That's where I made the mistake. I didn't draw the line I needed right there. There we go. Shade these in. So again, the only lines you get to draw on this are up and down lines. If you go to, you need a line there, you got to go back and draw it in a construction line. So this looks like a mess with construction lines. That's fine. I want to see all those construction lines. Hopefully on this one, your guys' looks better than mine does. Again, angles get messed up on this. That's how we know that it's perspective. The angles don't stay consistent. If you take, we did this in your notes as an isometric. If you take and compare whatever you drew here to the isometric, you should be able to tell the difference. For one, if I compared this to my isometric, this one looks like trash. But besides that, the angles all look different. So number one thing I will end up counting wrong on homework is I'll say there's no construction line here telling you that you could draw here. Redo this part. That's like the number one thing I always count wrong.